Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. This is not your normal matchup, a battle of top 5 teams, two forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. And the Bruins will kick this deep to start us off. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Hurricanes offense making their way on the field to open this game. And here comes the tight end who's having such a great season. Kirk, you talk to opponents and they always use the same phrase, matchup nightmare, this guy.
Well, what stands out to me with this guy is it's not very often, you're right, the defensive coordinators are most concerned about a tight end. But in this case, that is exactly what we're dealing with. This guy can hurt you in so many different ways.
We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
First down at 10. Back to pass. It's Sandoval. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Bruins come to the line in a hurry up.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
I feel like this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
As a design quarterback keeper. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Now the try here for the extra point. Quarterback flashing the speed and that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kirk.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Looking to throw, it's Sandoval. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. The Hurricanes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the catch. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Now here comes the bunch formation. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Now, look how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Canes have first and 10 here. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Handoff here from the shotgun. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. The Bruins hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for his back. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but the offensive line did everything in their power to give the quarterback time. Ultimately, the play just didn't work out.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Looking to throw it again. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he'll get the down. Bruins. Kirk, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. That completion makes it second and short. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Important second down play coming up. Looking downfield, it's Sandoval. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Fighting off the defender. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. And the Bruins will come to the line to run the hurry-up. BB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Going with the old counter run here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football, because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. And it's UCLA on top here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Looking for 6, and he's got it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Miami, 7.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking downfield, it's Sandoval. The short completion of the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Nice grab. It's Johnson. Tackle made after the completion. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
3rd down after that running play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Canes will bring their punt team onto the field. And this is off the side of the foot. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Bruins will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Bruins will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And tackled after a small pickup there.
With the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. And they begin 1st and goal, looking to cash in on this incredible field position. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. That fumble, the last possession, set up a touchdown. And they bounce back from that costly error here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Sandoval. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's the target, and it's complete. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Can he make it to the marker? He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's third down. They got to get after this quarterback, and instead he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down.
Got him. He's sacked.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
The sack on first down. It's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And they've got the returner corralled. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. changing the play now at the line. Dropping back, it's Sandoval. He'll take a deep shot here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
Finds an open target on the left side. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking for a deep completion. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big game. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. These quarterbacks have been spinning that ball so far, but just when you think you got to drop 5 or 6 into coverage, these dual-threat QBs can burn you on the ground. I think realistically, the defense that's able to best contain one of those aspects is going to be the defense that breaks serve and finds a path to victory. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. And the Canes will kick this away to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the UCLA offense takes the field. Trying to build on a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. And the Bruins will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll run it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sandoval. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake.
This is an example of a quarterback in his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The Hurricanes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. We'll look to throw it here on second down. Catch made by the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown for the U. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the point after cuts it to a 4-point game, 28-24. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Tough running there. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. He's going to take off here. An important 9 yards gain there brings up just 3rd and 1. The Bruins hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And the wideout goes in motion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. The Bruins pick up enough to get a first down there. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I got to tip my cap to this quarterback. I know he's putting up some yards today, and let's face it, they've got the lead, but he has faced some pressure. That's the 4th time that they've been able to get after him and bring him down. So it's feast or famine one way or another in this game right now.
They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to pass. It's Sandoval. Receiver makes the grab, and they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. He finds his man. The first down pickup, tackled at the 45.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Finds his target, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. The quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Trying to extend the play. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
It's now 3rd down.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He makes the grab. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions.
UCLA 28, Miami 24.
We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Ball handed off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Oh, that's just a throwaway there on 3rd down. And now a 4th down play coming up.
Well, he just missed his receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the 4th quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Trying for a 4th down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Canes. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. An important PAT now to make this a 3-point game. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
31, UCLA, 28.
Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Bruins hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Play action here on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. No huddle here for the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a quick grab. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Bruins with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down. The shotgun running play call. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. The Bruins will have to kick it away. That's already his 5th punt of the game. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The passing game goes clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Looking to pass. It's Sandoval. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The defense recovers the fumble.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for the end zone, but not complete. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And that one is no good. A missed chance to tie this game, still down by 3. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
He's back at the 25-yard line. Second down.
Now it's second down here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Right down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sandoval. Makes a quick catch. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You'd think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
The Hurricanes look to keep this drive moving. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Here's the second down play. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They stop him, but it's a first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up. Short pass finds the tight end. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
He'll hand it off. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
It's QB sneak. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Now the all-important extra point. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Miami, 38. UCLA, 28.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Foster. And the defense storms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. There's no one to throw to there on third down. And now it's a fourth down coming up.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think
he's brought down. A sack for the defense coming up big on this fourth down play.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Miami.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now.
On the field goal.
And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either.